You know, there are so many people who watch this channel every month. When we were on YouTube, it was 12 million a month. And over a couple-year period, that came out to 120 million. Well, now that we're off YouTube, we're on Minds and Facebook and Twitter, and other people are posting our videos in their own YouTube channel. We still get a couple million views a month, which gets me annoyed when I learn somebody's having a party and they don't invite Colin, because you know how much good old Colin likes to party. Now, I know these people here are having a party because, well, every time they're doing what they do, they're always laughing. Why don't we start up in the subway system of New York? A couple of the fellas are walking through the subway. They see a couple of white kids. They go beat the crap out of them, steal their money, steal their phone, all the time laughing. Now, I don't know if this is the kind of party you planned a few weeks ago. You know, where you send out a card saying, save the date. We black people are going to go out and find some random or non-random white people and beat the piss out of them and steal their phones. Or it's more of like a college party, right? You're walking around the campus, see a bunch of people on the stairs, drinking beer. Maybe you know somebody in there. You go, hey, has anybody got an extra beer? All of a sudden, you're in for the spontaneous party. So I don't know what kind of party it is. But I do know everybody's having fun. Everybody's laughing. Everybody's jeering. And everybody's doing it a lot. Well, that sounds like a party to me. I like going to New York City. People call me up for interviews in New York. I'll say, hey, I'll just hop on the train. I'll come up to your place for the interview because I kind of like it up there. Like, you know, go up for the day, hang out at night, hop in the train back the next day. And so maybe they just don't know I'm so eager to party with them. They're having so much fun. I'm missing out down here. Well, the same thing happened in Cleveland. Same kind of thing. Bunch of fellas walking down the street. They see an older couple or a defenseless young guy, and they just start beating the crap out of him. The people involved say, hey, it's not really about money because they were just interested in beating the piss out of me. They didn't even rob me. See, that's a party. They're beating, kicking, punching, laughing, always laughing. Let's check this out in Cleveland. And remember, let's listen to the key thing, which is, hey, this has been happening here for a long time.
Never would have thought that this would have happened.
With bone fractures across her face, Tracy Baker says she needs facial reconstruction surgery after a brutal attack early Saturday.
Next thing I know, I just felt bam, bam in the side of my head.
After a night out in the East Bank of the Flats, Tracy says she and a date were walking back to their car when she was blindsided on West 9th Street.
I just remember going to the ground, and then, like, when I opened my eyes, he was chasing them away from me because they were coming at me again.
An incident report states police officers witnessed two suspects kicking Tracy's date. Those officers gave chase, arresting 22-year-old Michael King of Lorraine, but the second man got away.
They were definitely on a mission. I don't think it was about robbery because they could have had my wallet. It was right there.
1 week earlier, a similar attack in nearly the same place.
They had me on the ground, and they were stomping me.
This victim, who asked not to be identified, says he left a club on West 6th Street after celebrating his birthday. He was walking along Johnson Court when he says 4 men attacked him.
I was trying to defend myself, but I was overpowered because there was 4 guys.
The suspects ran away after the victim's friend jumped in to help. The victim left with scrapes, bruises, and a serious leg injury.
It seemed like a random thing. I've always, felt safe in Cleveland. I didn't expect anything like this to happen. I don't want anything to happen to anyone else.
With several attackers still on the loose, both victims are urging others downtown to travel in groups and remain alert.
I think if somebody hadn't have been with me, they probably would have just kept beating me up.
Okay, so some of the people in this video, they were not enjoying themselves at that party. That happens at parties. I've been in parties where you just stand against the wall. There's all sorts of good-looking people there doing interesting things. Everybody's having a good time, except for you. You walk out of the party, you go, oh man, that party sucked. And, well, that's what these people must have thought. They're going, look, how come everybody's having a good time here except for me? Why is that? Why is it that when black people, beat the piss and create all sorts of violence on white people, places like Cleveland, oh, we never heard of this in Cleveland before. Oh, my goodness. I've always felt safe in Cleveland. You're an idiot. We do stories on Cleveland all the time. Just did one the other day about Slavic Village in Cleveland and how for a very long period of time, white people, immigrants, old people who live in Slavic Village are nothing but targets for the fellas. For some reason, you can't get your mind around that because you want to live in a perfect little world in Cleveland that does not exist or only exists in your own fantasy, where crime has no color. Colin, crime has no color. Yeah, but if you say that, that means you have to do a gargantuan job of denial, deceit, and delusion to believe that white crime, black crime, and Asian crime in this country is the same. It's not. You know it's not. You lead your life as if it's not. So don't come into my party and try to pretend that it is when every single aspect of your own life tells us it is not. Even if admitting that fact makes the black kids angry.